Hello, my name is Shreyas, and this is the second episode in the Mental Illness Explained series of podcasts. This episode will explain how anxiety arises in a person and how it can affect their lives and the others around them. Today we have two guest speakers with us, which include a doctor and a person affected by anxiety. This podcast will aim to inform you about what anxiety is, what are its signs and symptoms, and what is the treatment. We hope you enjoy. What is anxiety? I'm here with one of our guest speakers who is the doctor. He will give us an insight and break down the meaning of anxiety.
Anxiety is when these anxious feelings don't subside, when they are ongoing and exist without any particular reason or cause. This is a serious condition that makes it hard to cope with everyday life. Everyone feels anxious from time to time, but for some experiencing anxiety, these feelings can be easily controlled.
Which people are most likely to get anxiety?
Anxiety is the most common mental health condition in Australia. On average, 1 in 4 people, 1 in 3 women, and 1 in 5 men will experience anxiety at some stage in their life. In a 12-month period, over 2 million Australians experience anxiety. Anxiety is common, but the sooner people with anxiety get help, the more likely they are to recover.
What are the signs and symptoms of anxiety? I'm now here with our second guest speaker, who is a person who suffered from anxiety but recovered soon after. He will explain the signs and symptoms of anxiety.
Hi Shreyas, my name is John and I've been suffering from anxiety for around 2 years until when I recovered. In my opinion, having anxiety is a horrible long-term experience that can massively affect your life and the others around you. What I'm about to tell you are some signs and symptoms of anxiety that I've experienced. These are divided into 3 types, which are physical, physiological, and behavioral. A few examples of physical include panic attacks, sweaty hands, and a racing heart. A few examples of psychological include excessive fear, worry, and obsessive thinking. Finally, a symptom of behavioral include avoidance of situations that make you feel anxious, which can impact on your study, work, and social life.
Thanks for the info, John. What is the treatment for anxiety?
Effective treatment helps you learn how to control your anxiety so it doesn't control you. The type of treatment will depend on the type of anxiety you're experiencing. For mild symptoms, your health professional might suggest lifestyle changes, such as regular physical exercise and reducing your stress levels. You might also want to try online e-therapists, many of which are free, anonymous and easily accessible for anyone with internet access.
What must the person do when he has severe symptoms?
Where symptoms of anxiety are moderate to severe, psychological and/or medical treatments are likely to be required. The most important thing is finding the right treatment and the right health professional for your needs.
What websites can educate and help young and old people suffering from anxiety?
Some websites include Beyond Blue, Reach Out, Mind Health Connect, Sane, and many others.
Thanks for your helpful information, Doctor. Thanks for listening to this episode about anxiety and mental illness explained, and stay tuned for the next episode in our series of podcasts about mental illness.